So the real question is, how many damn masks do you have?
A few.
A few?
Yeah.
This is like the 4th different one or 5th different one.
I have more.
It's like every week you just like throw in another one on that has some form of like secret message that people don't know yet.
There's no secret message.
Yet.
Yet.
With that being said, thank you all for tuning in. This is the guy that we call Jimmy. He clicks buttons, so should you, right? Yeah, cool. But what's more important is that we actually have a set 12 profile for you, and that particular deck is... Wait, did you change it, or is it what I saw earlier?
The deck is slightly different from the gameplay we got.
Okay. So with that being said, it is a Whis deck.
It is a Whis deck.
And let's just mosey on to it.
Yeah, sure. So, we have the Whis leader. I thought this deck was super gimmicky the first time that I read it. And after playing it, I think this deck is a lot better than I gave it credit for originally. I don't know how it's standing in the community, what people think about it, but I think it's actually a really, really good leader. So auto draw a card, standard, but the second auto, once per turn, if you combo with a yellow Skillus and it's placed in the drop area from your combo area, you get to play it. So I think the way this is worded is placed in the drop area from a combo area. So even in like combo hate decks, if they say, hey, get rid of that combo, put it in the drop area, you still get the option of playing the card. And since this happens at auto speed, if they kill that card, you can just play it right back out and then combo it again. So it's niche, but that's basically how you get your engine going and how you get your battle cards on field. It's very energy efficient and it's super nice, and it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Awaken, if you have a yellow unison with specified cost of 2, you drop down to 6, and then it's a hybrid, draw 1, untap 1. Very nice. I'd rather have this as a untap 2, kind of like Topo. Topo's an untap 2, correct?
Yes, Topo is.
I'd rather have it like that, but hybrid's good enough. And then the backside, auto, draw 1 card, same auto as before, but then activate main for 1 yellow energy. You choose a skillless battle card in your battle area, place it in the drop area, and then you choose a card with the energy cost of 3 and the X-Evolve skill from your deck with the same name as the card you dropped, which we'll get into that, and then you play it in your battle area. So it's very nice, very consistent. Fixes a lot of matchups because the cards that you can grab are very, very good. So moving on to our skillless targets, we have Goku. And this deck specifies 15Ks, so you can't run the 20Ks, which sucks, but what the deck does, it would be kind of snapped if you could just keep grabbing 20Ks for free. And then we have the Vegeta, same thing, skillless. But this is where the deck gets kind of nutty in these cards. So these are your 3-drop X-Evolve targets. So you can EX-Evolve for 1 yellow, and you draw a card on top of a yellow Son Goku, which you either get the draw or you can activate from your ability and grab it from your deck. You don't get the draw, but you get an extra attack off of being able to attack with Goku, then put this on field and attacking with this, which you want to be attacking with this because the auto, choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. Yellow has had a problem for the longest time that they cannot remove cards from the field. They do a lot of tapping and keeping cards from attacking, but you'd rather be able to KO the cards and get rid of them for good and not worry about it. And then the auto, when this card is removed from the battle area, you search your deck or drop, and then you play a 2-drop Vegeta, so you go grab your other Vegeta skillless. And this does not specify skillless, so you can choose any 2-drop Vegeta you want that's yellow, which there's not really a lot of good options, so you just grab this because there's nothing better. And then for your Vegeta X-Evolve target, it is Double Strike, same thing as before, 1 yellow energy, draw a card. And then auto, when your opponent activates a counter in the response of this card's attack, he restands. So your opponent's going to have to face this Double Strike eventually. And it's just good for the same reasons that Bardock the Resolute is good. And then the auto is the same thing, but you grab a Goku. So we have 2 different targets for Goku, but we'll get to that eventually. But this is your main package of the deck, and it's a lot stronger than I originally gave it credit for. And I really, really enjoyed it.
Like I said, in your matchup against Fluff, I was actually really surprised that combo mix of the Unison. So when we get to the Unison,
yeah, when we get to the Unison, that's solid. So a helping hand. Auto, when you play Whis, you search top 5, grab a Skillless or a 2-drop Unison. It's just good consistency booster. And then the second auto is when you combo with a Skillless battle card, you draw a card, which this is really, really nice. And this almost becomes like a lightning rod for the deck in that your opponent wants to strike this down quickly because they don't want you getting plus off of your combos, especially once the Unison gets out, which is the Vados. So, Auto, when one of your opponent's cards attacks, you just get to combo with a Skillless from your drop area. It's only once per turn, but the neat thing about this is that if your opponent attacks your Unison, you can auto and then be able to combo, which is not normally something you can do with a Unison. Yes, you can only combo one card and get it up to 20k, but that's an extra card out of your opponent's hand and can really disrupt plays if they're trying to play around a counterplay when you're at like 2 markers or whatever. And then get a draw off of your Whis, and then you get to play that Skillless from your leader. So it's just a lot of value, and it's just such a nice combo for literally nothing. And then your +1 is you put a battle card in rest mode on your opponent's field. Really nice. And then the -4 is you play 2 Skilllesses. -4 is not that strong. You're really playing it for the auto and the +1, and then also because you can awaken and it turns on your counterplays. And you can't grab it with your Whis, but I do run one Mecha Gabora. This card's just good. It's a good generic yellow Unison. Blocker, when a card is, when a mark is removed, rest mode. And then +1 is nice because you can tap down a card during barrier, it doesn't untap. And then the -4 is why you play this card. So it's a 4-cost Unison. You can immediately -4 and just take one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to active mode. I think, I don't know when this profile will go out, but you've seen Fluff absolutely destroy Gogetas with this. It is just a nutty card. And of course, you run these because they're just good. They're not the strongest of the free counterplays, but being able to rest mode a card and then put a blocker on field is sometimes all you need to be able to finish out a game. If I had these against Fluff in our matchup, which I think we'll probably see the matchup before this, if I had one of these on field, it would have been a very different game. As a protection, we run Ox King. This gives all of your yellow battle cards 3 or less barrier. Most of your engine is 3 or less, especially these. You get a barrier blocker for free, which is really, really nice. And this also becomes a target for a lot of counterplays because this is sometimes the only thing they can target, and this becomes a big nuisance. Because once you put barrier onto your 3-drop Goku, and you're clearing the field constantly with this guy, this becomes insanely oppressive, and it's just so annoying to play against. I played against a deck that ran this and gave me the idea. I wish I remembered his name, but it's just a good yellow card to throw into the deck. For our super combo spread, we run 3 Zamasu. You know why Zamasu's good, just one of the best super combos in the game. And then 1 Pure-Hearted Son Goku. So the reason you run this is, other than being a draw super combo, this is a 2-drop yellow Goku that you can target with your Vegetas when they get removed. So if they remove the Ox King and then they're immediately going to be trying to remove your Gokus and Vegetas, they remove the Vegeta, you can just grab this from the deck and put a super combo on the field. Or you can grab it back from the drop area, which is really, really nice recursion. So essentially you could, if you're able to loop your Vegetas, you could get 2 to 3 uses out of this card in one game, which is a lot better than just being able to combo off once and then never get to use it again. You can run 4 Zamasu if you feel more comfortable with that. I just love this card because it's just beautiful artwork. Such a nice card. For our negate package, 2 Nimbus, self-explanatory, don't need to say much about that. Time Magic, just for really sparking, and Gotenks is still a deck, so you want to be able to tap down the Gotenks. And then Transmission, I don't want to try to pronounce that word because every time I pronounced it, somebody has yelled at me. Give it a shot, man.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Spadial? Spadial?
Spatial.
There's going to be somebody in the comments that's just like, you're an idiot.
Actually,
most
if
easiest
you can
word to
pronounce
say.
it, just do the dictionary like piece by piece of pronunciation,
Yeah, yeah,
or we
yeah.
can just look it up ourselves after this is over with.
So counterattack, negate the attack, then you drop one card from your hand and you choose a skill list from your drop area and play it in rest mode. The rest mode sucks, but it is what it is. It's just nice to be able to grab your pieces back, give your evolved targets, or give your leader targets with his bottom ability. It's just a really, really nice card for what it is. I don't know exactly how I feel about this negate spread. I do like the 2-2 split, like toolbox type thing. And this deck does want to play more mid-rangey. So being able to choose what you want at the right time is really nice with the deck. Some just yellow support cards. Poutine. Your Unison is going to be tapping down a lot of your opponent's battle cards, so being able to play this out and then become another form of annoyance for your opponent. Every time they're going to be playing a battle card by skill, it comes in rest mode, which is really nice against stuff like Swap Broly, Overwhelm, anything of that nature. It's really nice. More support for tapping Bergamo. Anytime battle card's tapped, or a card is tapped, you can pay 2 and then choose 2 of your opponent's cards, ignoring barrier, and tap them down so that you can tap down energy, anything of that nature. It's just such a good card. And also check out that new foiling from these new boxes. It's really nice. Basil. It's just one of the best one-drops in the game. Not much to say about it. It gives you dual attack 19k and you draw a card on entry. It's a one-drop cantrip, if you don't know. Final Flash. I hate this card. I don't want to ever see it again. It does only hit battle cards. Shout out Fluff. This is Fluff's favorite card, and we give him a lot of shit for it.
It is a really good yellow card, though.
It's insane how good this card is. How many times that I've seen Fluff like just sit there stone faced when the opponent's comboing up on like a Cell X, and then he just drops this and says, "Nah, chief." It's such a nice card. I only run it as a 1-of because I can only find space for a 1-of. For our finishers, we got Frieza. I really like this card, and in the original build, or not the original build, but the build that you've seen on the channel, I did actually take this out for the Height of Mastery package, just because I still love the Height of Mastery package, and it's been so long since I built it. I was telling Bancroft when I was building the deck, it's like I had to dig out my old Victory Strike deck to find my Height of Masteries. It's been that long since I've touched it. But this card is just insane. Clears the field, restands. He's a double strike blocker with deflect. And it's just nasty once this hits the field. It is totally worth 5 energy to put this on the field. And finally, for Secret Rare, run SS3 Gotenks. So, you can run Cell X if you have it.
You're good. Just continue.
Yeah. Fuck you, fan. Can run Cell X if you have it. I wanted to build more of a budget variant of this deck because I know a lot of people are buying their boxes now and they don't really want to spend the money. They might be hyped to play Whis. They don't want to spend their money on buying a Cell X. So this is a cheaper alternative. I think the reprint version is like dirt cheap right now. So if you don't care about the foiling and all that crazy stuff, just buy that one. The card's not the best secret rare. It's not the most powerful, but damn, this card is just good. Like, if you put it on field, it just blanks out everything, and then you're setting on a 40k double striker. It reduces for every 15k in the deck. Now, right now, the current build does not have a lot of 15ks. But like I said, this is a more mid-rangey build, so you're going to get to a turn where you can drop this. Me and Fluff have talked about some different variants of the deck, running the U9 package, which will put a lot more 15ks in the deck and make this a lot more viable. I think once we get through the cycle of building a deck for every archetype in the set, I will return to this deck and we'll put something new together, and I'm going to be testing it throughout these weeks. So I'm really excited, and I was blown away at how good this deck actually functions and feels to play. That I was originally only on the Shroom and Salsa train, but now that I played this, I might be sticking to this for a little while.
Like I said, it threw me off for a surprise. I actually really enjoyed watching it play. Well, with that being it, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed. Click those buttons because they're there for a reason. You know, there's one for thumbs up. Jimmy,
Or click the thumbs down if you really think about it, but also click the thumbs up because you're a cool dude, and I know you're a cool dude. But if you're not a cool dude, fuck you. You kind of look like Bancroft.
I'm the one guy thumbs downing all your videos now.
Yep.
All right. With that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Jimmy, last words.
If you don't like Bancroft and you like me more, tell us in the comments. Makes Bancroft feel really good about himself. Bancroft does all the filming, all of the editing, puts all this together, forces people to build decks for the channel, and he gets no credit. So please tell him that you don't like him and you like tell him you like Jake better. Jake's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that one. With that being said,
Read your cards.
they can't hear you. They can't hear you. You're too far away. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Read your cards, I think. Know your there
Read
he
your
is.
cards. Know your place. Don't you take my line.
Or don't.